Welcome back. It's time for some rounds. Said that weirdly. Where's his foot gone? His foot's in like... Let's ignore his right foot. Yeah. Smoke trailing far into the clear blue sky. What? That right there. To me, that's fall. It'll be pretty cold by the time the Academy Festival rolls around. Just make sure you don't get sick. Mate, it's orange. How much smoke did you put in the air? Is this a blue sky that you made orange? What did you do? It's only gonna get colder as we get deeper into the season. Be careful and dress warm so you don't end up sick. I mean, this clearly isn't a blue sky. What? If I truly desire to spread the joy of riding, then researching horses is one of the utmost importance. It may behoove me to visit Heimbloon and study the races they conduct there. I can't think of a better use for our next free day. I've got to admit, I'd like to see real racehorses in action. Right, let's go get some permission. Okay, I'll go get permission for us. Then it's off to the races. Literally. You know what they say? Better strike while the iron's hot. Yes, they do, but can you trust they? We're planning on selling some of our produce during the festival. It's the perfect way to show off all of the wonderful things we've raised here. I'm certainly looking forward to it. I just got back from my evening ride. There's nothing like riding a bike. The wind blows your troubles right off of you. Guess you could say that feeling is pretty much my way of life. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. It's quite the match we had there. Thanks for accepting my challenge. Let's do it again sometime. Looks like Angie's back. Perfect timing, too. I just finished up here. Guess it's time to break out the cake I brought in today. I want some cake. Yeah, I just finished up, so her timing couldn't be more perfect. What about the cake? Guess it's time to break out the cake I brought in today. Where's the cake? Where's the cake? You better not be hiding anything from me, George. Hey, I heard you went into that old schoolhouse again for enough investigation. All that investigating you're doing is getting me curious about that place. No matter how many times people explore it or try to figure things out, seems like it never gets any less mysterious. All that's come out of it is that suit of armor George is looking into. Wonder why that is. During the festival, not only will we be serving food, but the cafeteria will be doubled as a rest area too. It's always a special kind of lively here during the festival, so my husband and I are really looking forward to it. Not that he'll ever admit it. Looks like the lacrosse club is gonna be just fine next year with Lisa and Ferris around. Teresa and I don't even have half a year left before we graduate, but it's nice to leave the club in such good hands. That's definitely a weight off my shoulders. The lacrosse club has come a long way since the beginning of the year. There's nothing more for us to do but help create a memorable festival. Of course, we don't want to take the spotlight off of you first years. This festival is yours to define. Coming up with a good idea for this festival is harder than I thought. Especially when all the other classes and clubs have started preparing. Makes me feel the need to rush things along. The last thing we want to do is panic and end up with something really boring though. I think I'll have to throw in the towel and admit defeat there. Totally clueless on what we should do at this point. We really need to get something figured out by tonight though. We'll be fine. Elliot and I were bouncing ideas off each other, but nothing really seemed to stick in the end. And I think the same would happen even if we got the rest of the class in on it too. Maybe we need to step back and rethink our approach. A new perspective might help us figure out what to do. Now if we just knew how to accomplish that. Nope, not getting it at all. Come on, our whole class is supposed to work on our event. Try to explain it a way a normal person could understand. Please say it, that'd be brilliant. Just imagine after what he said, it said female student. It would be like, what? And then they all come up like, oomph. You know what I mean? Female student. Where have you gone? What would be the worst way to decorate the cafeteria? Well, What, you think I'm going to decorate myself, do you? Girl from the student council asked me to think about decorations, so that's what I'm doing. Reluctantly. Where did you go? There you go. We're going to have quite a few visitors, so we'll need to decorate over here too. Not that I care, I'm only worrying about the decorations because some girl from the student council asked me to. Are you a ghost? Oh, Ferris, my sister supreme. Your expression of late stirs an indestructible and enormous pride within me. One could readily liken it to the serene radiance given off by snow as it melts under the gentle sunlight. Rejoice, Ferris. Join your brother in his carnival of unending joy. Do you ever stop being so aggravating? Why must you bother me whenever Serifa is too busy for your nonsense? You have grown rather fond of the lacrosse club, have you not? This calls for a celebration. What say you to enjoying some tea at the salon? Nothing but the finest, of course. Yorkshire gold, of course. Why must he blow everything out of proportion? Just because Serifa is currently occupied doesn't give him carte blanche to bother me. I finished writing up the prologue for the plot outline you gave me. I might have gotten a bit carried away with my own interpretation of some of the scenes, though. Oh, warn me in advance. Just how graphic does it get? May have to sort out some issues here. I'll leave coming up with the ideas to you for now, Reen. Got it. Oh dear. I'm used to writing stuff explicitly for women of similar tastes, so this is turning out to be a little tricky. But with our powers combined, I'm sure it's going to turn out great. It seems as though a girl in Class 7 and I may be kindred spirits. Okay. My crystal ball tells me that she will play a part in something far greater than we could know. Not only that, I've caught her speaking to a black cat more than once. Fate seems to have many hardships in store for the poor girl. I hope someday she'll feel like talking about it at least. Yeah, whoa. You just dismissed the fact Beryl knows that Emma's something I can't say. Well, I thought I sensed a kindred spirit. Perhaps we aren't as similar as I initially thought. Fate seems to have many hardships in store for the poor girl. What is going on with you? There's definitely more going on with Beryl. Oh my, so late already? Perhaps I let myself get a little too wrapped up in my research. Allow me to tell you about everything I was working on as my way of saying thanks for reminding me of the time. No, thanks. Now that you know the time, I couldn't possibly ask you to give up so much of it. Class 1's operetta is quite elaborate, you see. The background research alone is a rather demanding task. However, I accepted their request willingly, so I have to make sure that I live up to their expectations. Does he have a... Yep, he has a copy of Woo Baby. I'm planning on opening up the library, enjoying the festival, and setting up a little picture book corner for children. I've done it for years now. It usually draws a decent number of visitors. I should probably start thinking about which books to put on this year. Now then, which books are really going to put smiles on the kids' faces? We're running out of time. Let's not give up just yet. I'm sure there's an idea out there that's just the perfect fit for us. We just need to keep looking, that's all. I took some time to research previous festivals and their events. There are many that could potentially work, but our numbers don't do us any favors, and some are too similar to what other classes are planning. We may have reached an unfortunate impasse here. Student Council President called on you, didn't she? Try to cajole an idea or two out of her, would you? The Student Council's impossibly busy thanks to the Academy Festival. Which reminds me, your class still hasn't submitted a thing, has it? Well, good luck with whatever you do. I'll be hoping for the best for you all. You're screwed. All my bragging about how I can cook ended up backfiring on me. Now I'm in charge of making Eastern tea cake things for my class's attraction. Okay, I don't even know how to make them, so I'll have to look up a recipe somewhere. Turns out I'll be having a little competition with Hugo at the festival. I'll be selling Yokosoba, and he'll be selling crepes. Just you wait, Hugo. You'll have a brass neck when I sell more than you. There's no chance I'll lose this competition with Hugo. Just you wait, little man. You'll have a brass neck when I sell more than you. Now that summer has drawn to a close, I believe a change in menu is in order. As Master Vincent is quite keen of foie gras, perhaps I will serve it seared atop a truffle-garnished fillet steak. Storm is as incredible as ever. I can't even imagine eating like that every day. We've got Sharon, though. Nobles tend to change their lifestyle with the seasons. It would be derelict of me if I were to not think up a new menu for a new season. I'll be taking all of the children to the Academy Festival next month. I hope to see all of you there. Yeah, I'll be there, alright. In fact, how about the two of us just go together? I'm not sure about that. You and Rudy would be able to walk around on your own, but there are other younger children who will need to be accompanied. As a sister, it's my duty to make sure that everyone can enjoy themselves. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Now I get it. He's got a crush on Rosine. Man, just look at that dumb look on his face. He's been acting suspicious for a while now. Oh man, I just got scared thinking about how Thais will react to this. Rosine fits right in here these days. She gets along so well with the townsfolk and the children too. Part of me wishes that she would become an official sister and remain here in Trista with us forever. She truly has what it takes to become a sister. Come to think of it, why Rosine decided to enter Military Academy in the first place? It's a rather surprising choice given her kind-hearted personality. She must have had some sort of reason. Yes. And so another day safely comes to an end. The world simply doesn't feel as stable these days. Not only was Crossbell attacked, but many other worrying rumors are swirling around of late. Now is the time for the church to work to soothe the hearts of the public. Yeah. Oh, Adios. Please guide us along the correct path. I'm home. Is the bath ready? Yes, it's ready for you. I can heat up your dinner for you, too, if you like. Emil's tutor is over, so please try to be quiet. Seems like his parents finally made up. That's good to see. Family's the most important thing in the world, and you want everyone to get along. I'm glad to see that Emil's parents have finally made up. It's good to see. Family's all about getting along, after all. I really have to thank you, Clyde. My parents wouldn't be getting along now, were it not for your advice. Hey now, don't give me credit for that. Everything turned out well because you had the courage to tell them how you felt. You think? Okay then, let's get studying. Let's show this maths what we're made of. Okay. And this isn't the first time Kay's dawdled on his way back home. If he's not going to study, he could at least lend me a hand. You can practically see the changing of the seasons in the sunset. Now that's the janitor burning stuff. Well, that and the fact that the summer flowers have all withered away. But now it's time for the autumn flowers to start blooming. Well, it's always saddening to see flowers wither away. No one can stop the changing of the seasons, as far as you know. It's hard to believe that it's already been half a year since the new school year began. That explains why your first years have been looking so reliable these days. The first years do all of the heavy lifting to set up the festival events, don't they? Well, they certainly did a great job last year. Had a delightful time. Can't wait to see how this year's turns out. Start preparing for the Academy Festival right about now, right? You get to attend this year, so good luck to you all. And by doing this, you can turn it into an octodog. My word, you transformed that hot dog into an octopus. I didn't know you were capable of such miracles, Monica. Well, I don't know if I go that far. How about I teach you how to make them? Then you can be a miracle worker too. You mean it? Thank you so much. Seems like she's really taken to cooking. Guess I'll have to What? Guess I'll have to octodogs. 2. 2's on the wrong side and just needs to drop one. It's just odd. It's like, guess I'll have to octodogs too. Like, what? So, yes. Guess I'll have octodogs to look forward to next time she makes something. Amazing. To think that one could fashion a hot dog into a little octopus, or cut an apple into the shape of a rabbit. I wasn't aware that cooking was such an intricate art. It can be. Laura's gotten hooked on cooking lately. It's nice to be able to teach her something about being her pupil for so long. Nothing gets that feeling of youth quite like the Academy Festival. They tell me Crow pulled off something really crazy last year. No idea what though, since I didn't get to see it. I'll hit the festival this year if I can take the time off. The Imperial Liberation Front is still at large, it would seem. Can't relax knowing that those loonies are still running around out there. Albert seems awfully worried. You think we really end up going to war with Crossbell? I hope not. I mean, Crossbell have got nothing. It's a small nation, like, you'd obliterate them. It's only been 10 years since the war with LeBeurle. I don't want us to go through anything like that ever again. I mean, LeBeurle's a small country. You'd obliterate them. I agree. What were you doing hanging around the old schoolhouse, Celine? Is there something you want to tell me? Oh, if only she could speak. Meow! Oh, yeah. Guess that's about as much as a cat can tell me. Even the game did the same kind of joke. Give her fresh milk. It's not a spoiler at this point, we know she can speak. Aha, seems she's so happy. Maybe I'll bring her some more. I don't know, another time. Oh, Misty's finally arrived. Phew. I was beginning to worry that we were going to have to cancel tonight's album time. Misty makes the director panic on a regular basis, but they really are perfectly suited to work with each other. Tonight's broadcast should be as fantastic as ever. And she is actually here. She's right there. Well, hey, it's been a while. Just about time for your Academy Festival, isn't it? Sounds like it'll be a riot. Maybe I'll manage to find the time to pop by at some point. Be great to see you there, but don't overwork yourself. Just go. Okay. Now there is the spot. A younger boy caring for you really is refreshing. He's definitely an odd one. That's exactly what I was thinking for different reasons. Thanks for meeting me at the station, Michael. You're such a sweetheart. Not the time, Misty. We've got a big issue to deal with. Anything that can get us past this censorship business is your popularity. Someday you'll learn to play along. Oh, Misty, you're finally here. Alright, I've got an important job for you tonight. You're gonna help me out with my new plan. Call it the Long Live Radio Trista strategy. The two of us can pull this off if we work together. So let's get this meeting started. My K senses are tingling. Is he bugging poor Rosine again? He always gets carried away because she's such a sweet person. My senses aren't always right. They are this time. Kay's been hanging around Rosine a lot lately. Hope he's not bucking her again. It's almost embarrassing to be associated with him sometimes. One of the classes has got some garden thing in the works. He asked me for some crazy elaborate stuff too. Guess you kids are all thinking big for this year's festival. Every year you get all these super fancy events at the festival. That concert last year was one of a kind though. It's gotten so chilly lately. Must be a sign that I need to buy some new clothes for the fall. Oh my, there's just so much to spend money on at this time of year. I think it's time I started buying some new clothes for the fall. I mean, what am I supposed to do without new clothes? Go naked? It's a completely necessary use of my money. Used last year's clothes? I was so ready to be dressed to the nines for the festival. But then I remembered that all students have to wear their uniforms. Oh, well, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to check out the fall fashions anyway. I wonder what Crow's plans are this year. What I've heard, he essentially helped every single class with their festival attractions last year. Even stopped in here to order some interesting outfits at the very last minute. It was a struggle to prepare those in time. You should be able to make it just in time. Oh, with a little Toby on the case, I'm sure we won't have much to worry about. Huh? I wonder what he's talking about. Oh, hey kid. Lots of dangerous stuff happening these days, so be careful on your way home. Oh, Hannah, my beautiful bride. After seemingly endless days and nights of longing, I have finally returned to your side. Oh, Harrison, dear husband, I never gave up hope that you would return. No words now, just your sweet embrace. Sorry, I got a little caught up in the festival mood. Now I'm really embarrassed. Oh my, I'm sorry. I got caught up in Harrison's silly act. It's so embarrassing when your neighbor sees everything. Wonder what you're thinking. Mummy and Daddy are always like this. Sheesh. Keep those bears coming. Looks like she's pretty wasted. I should just let her sleep it off. Done him a limit. And needs to be more booze in his glass. Better leave her alone for now. She'll wake up soon enough. The Academy Festival is really meant to highlight the first years. It's traditional for each class to work together on their own festival event. Makes every year uniquely charming. Be sure that you make this year distinctly your own. The memories will last you the rest of your life. Second years are allowed to participate as well, and some clubs set up their own festival events. But the spotlight is on you first years. Make it something you won't regret. Oh, are you looking for Fee? She's taking a nap at the moment. She showed up talking about having to use her head too much today. I'll make sure to send her home before it gets dark, so don't you worry. I can be happier to see Fee discovering that more and more things have importance to her. May the goddess be praised. Yes. We're really struggling to come up with something, aren't we? Maybe it's strange to start if I lie down. You're just looking for an excuse to sleep, aren't you? Perhaps. I'm tired after thinking all day. Rest is in your hands, Rune. You know, I never noticed it before, but I think those two make a good couple. I think I just came up with my greatest idea yet. A girlfriend is just what he needs to keep his eating habits in check. The festival would probably be the best time to set them up. The spark should be flying in no time. So it begins properly. Huh? This isn't bad, actually. When I heard you were going to cook for me, I made my piece of Adio's and braced for death. But you did good. Would you care for some tea? I would, actually. Thank you very much. There's one there. In mint. Thanks. I appreciate it. Sorry. Would you say that again, just a little louder? I don't think I heard you. Tch. What a brat. Mint came along to celebrate Instructor Makarov's birthday. Celebrating with your family truly is a wonderful thing, isn't it? There's something about seeing those two together that makes me feel at ease. I'm sure that Instructor Makarov appreciates Mint's efforts to prepare a gift for him too. Seeing them together always puts me at ease for some reason. Thinking back on last year's festival, there was one particular event that was conducted without express permission, and let me tell you, it hardly seemed appropriate for an on-campus event. They did at least exercise some degree of restraint. Besides, it wasn't my place to shepherd them. The festival is run by the students after all, not the faculty. The Academy's graduates certainly seem to enjoy it too. Regardless, even if we wish to prohibit that sort of event, we would not be able to. It's a potted plant grown by Fee. Gives off a gentle, calming aroma. I've been asked to assist with the preparations for this month's field study. As the exact nature of my assistance is a military secret, I'm afraid that if I told you any more, I'd have to kill you. You'll just have to wait till the day of. So nothing of note happened once you finished your exploring the bottom floor. An unsatisfying conclusion it may be. No choice but to accept it for now. As such, I hereby declare the exploration of the Old Schoolhouse complete. My thanks for cooperating these past few months. We're not done. The festival is drawing near, too, so the Old Schoolhouse will remain off limits for a while. I finally finished picking out which pieces to display during the festival. And I won't hear a peep out of the instructors. Okay, time to get back to work. Normally I wouldn't even bother with the festival, but they forced my hand. Oh well, now that I've taken care of lesser matters, I can get back to work. And with the rounds complete, I'm going to end this part here. It's been 42 minutes. We'll see how much it cuts down to. But in the next part, we'll head off to the computer room and see what Toa has in store for us. So see you then. Ta-ta. For now.